Greetings, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend, baby. It has begun. How are you all doing? I hope today finds you well. You know why? Because a lot of people out there running around, and I know you're one of them. You were doing those errands today because you know tomorrow is the first of the month. Cash your check and come on. I know you all had to do all that stuff. It is rent time, it's mortgage time, it is bill time, it is grocery shopping time. It's all that and a bag of chips. And if you have children, well, the month of May is prom time for those that are participating. So, yeah, it has been a busy weekend. It's been a little quiet in my area only because of the rain. But people in cars, they go in, get what they need, and come on out. But nobody's hanging around trying to enjoy the little sunshine that we did have today. And it was just a little. I can barely remember those few hours ago because it's been windy and kind of pouring down a little bit in spurts. But that's all right. I am in now, did my little run around, and I'm in the house for the evening here to show you guys some articles. Looks like my theme is going to be fraud today. Everything I got is the show is fraud, fraud, and more fraud. But that's what happens, Middle of the year, everything is being unveiled. That's how it goes. But enough of that. We know what to do at this time. You must stand up, or if you want to remain seated, at least put your hands together when we welcome the wonderful and the lovely and the classic.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
Classic group, everybody.
Why, thank you. See, I need the announcement in order to liven myself up. Yes, Spice. Yes, I know I haven't given you a shout out in a while, girl. Yes, everything I read, everything crisp, everything wonderful. Yes, Char. How you doing up in this space? It's lovely Saturday. Yes. I'm feeling the Jamaica, obviously, today. Sorry about it.
It's all right, girl. Do your thing, girl.
Yes, everybody, you must know me from yard. Yes, Shar, I realized something. It's an unfortunate coincidence today. So everything you're doing today is fraud, and everything I'm doing today, except for one breaking news story. I mean, like I'm gonna have to squeeze my other stories into a smaller portion because I already had a theme too. So your theme is fraud, and my theme is marriage. I mean, what
Oh, wow.
but imagine that quiz. Like, what are the odds? Fraud and marriage are going hand in hand. Like, what is our show trying to say to people? I don't know. I'm feeling kind of bad about it, though. I got to be real.
I hear a song, fraud and marriage, fraud and marriage.
It's you can disparage, right? Yeah, no, it's perfect.
Okay, especially here on You in the Tube.
I know everyone's gonna be like, "Yes, see, I knew we were gonna get Ruby to say it. Marriage is fraud."
It can be in some instances. It can be.
That is true. That is true. But you know what? This is just an unfortunate happy coincidence for some of y'all. But I do have one breaking news story, so that'll kind of break it up a little bit, and
Okay.
yeah, maybe people won't connect so hard to the fraud and marriage part.
Right.
Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
yes. Okay, let's get it on and popping.
All right.
Let's see. We have a gentleman here. He decided to get him a little PPP money, and he has been called and indicted and all that good stuff. So let's listen to what it says, and I have a couple of things to read. So let me find my tab and push play, because this is the one that has those darn commercials. Okay, maybe it'll be nice to me. Volume. I think that means up. Let's see.
Things going on at the same time. We don't want to brag or nothing, but
This is 50-year-old Devron Brown in his Facebook video talking about his business, Just Us Construction, Inc.
New project, Just Us Construction.
The business formed in Philadelphia more than a decade ago. Even though his business license expired 3 years ago and he moved to Florida, he filed for money through the Paycheck Protection Program, part of the CARES Act, to help those in need during the pandemic. Federal investigators, though, say Brown made false claims that he had 25 employees and he received nearly $1 million in PPP money. He's now facing bank fraud and money laundering charges. No one answered at his Sanford apartment, but investigators say he spent the money buying a car, a pickup truck, an excavator, a motorcycle, an ATV, and even this home in Deltona. No one answered there either, although neighbors told us they have seen Brown around.
PPP allowed me to hire most of my front of house staff back.
Glenn Clausen with Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company says his business is starting to get back to normal, but it was once a real struggle and many businesses really needed the PPP money. The acting U.S. attorney in eastern Pennsylvania wrote, "Thieves who attempt to take these funds are taking advantage of others' misfortune, ripping them off, while also ripping off all taxpayers who fund the program."
A lot of business owners that haven't had a paycheck in over a year, but they're trying to keep their staff happy and keeping them on board. So people that take advantage of that is tough to hear for sure.
And apparently nearly $1 million wasn't enough. Prosecutors say Brown tried to apply for the same amount of money again in another round of PPP. If convicted, he faces up to 150 years in prison and a fine of more than $4 million.
Okay, if we passed if.
going on at the same
Go back. I want to get his face in here.
we don't want to brag or nothing, but
Come
This
on.
is 50-year-old Devron
Come
Brown
on,
in his
Brown.
Facebook
Your
video
three-color
talking about his
beard. Where you
business,
at?
Just Us Construction, Inc.
New project.
All right, we'll pause it right there as I read a few things about Mr. Brown here. All right, so he's been found guilty, and he is now 51. And the article says he's 50, but he has had a birthday since his fraudulent activities. Yes, he has pleaded guilty last year. He told the U.S. District Judge Chad F. Kinney that he regretted his actions and that it did not reflect on his character or his devotion to helping people. He even had some people there to testify on his behalf of his character. Yes, he did. Brown did not go into detail. Oh, shoot, the thing jumped. Uh-oh, I think it wants me to pay. Wait a minute. It's an ad. Hold on. Okay, let me close it. All right, where was I? Behalf, character, scroll. Okay, there it is. Brown, without going into detail, told the judge that it was stupid of him to have submitted bogus tax documents to the PPP program, aim of helping companies. However, I made a mistake. I regret it. If it was done again, I wouldn't even be done. I don't know why. That's what it says. It wouldn't even be done. That's what he's saying. He wouldn't do it again, in other words. And the judge says, where's the judge? Okay, that's another article. Give me 1 second. Let me go over to that page because I want to tell you what the judge said. All right, where are you? The judge says, and I had it marked. Oh, shoot, now I got more ads. Move. This is funny, but not funny at all. Come on, judge, what you say? It was really the ads in my way. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll. Where is it?
Song. I'm in radio mode right now. It's like, the song. It's like, what you say? That you only meant well. Well, of course you did. What you say? That's what I thought of when you said that. You're like, what you say? And I'm like, that song just started running in my head. I'm like, I don't know.
I can't even find what it said, and I closed the other one out. But in this one, In case you want to know the exact amount, it was $937,500. And you seen that he was flexing online. You know, he had the picture showing that he look, I got it, y'all. And then he had to go out and buy cars and stuff. Now, um, let's be honest. You don't wake up on Tuesday morning and like, oh, let me go get a big car. Let me go get a truck. Let me go get this. Let me go get. Folks know what you're doing, man. You're telling off on yourself. Now, I will say, at least people buy, have bought properties. I have heard people bought properties. I got to give it to whoever have done that. At least they know the value of it. But you're going to get caught with this. That's just the bottom line. You can't just get on here, especially go to social media and talk about, look at me, look at me. You're going to be caught. And like I said, you're going to find that some of your, I ain't going to say favorite, but some of the YouTubers, you're going to find that they're going to disappear. And then you're going to find out somebody going to be having an article about them because they've done the same thing. It's for people that have a business with employees. This guy did not have the business anymore. He
Mhm.
didn't have the license. He didn't have the employees. He didn't. So
Right.
he didn't qualify. He manufactured false information, false documents to get it. That was the wrong thing to do. And I know it may be tempting, but you have to be careful because this is your life. And they're not playing when it comes to those government agencies of CIA, FBI, all the don't mess with them people. Don't mess with them.
Hmm.
Stop it. But you'll be hearing more of this soon, trust me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you would think like no, maybe not considering. I think I've seen no less than 3 movies with the subject of like how this can fail, including the movie I just watched very recently called Queen Pins. But sure, you could just ignore how eventually everyone fails and just
Hmm.
look at the part where everyone got to live the high life for 5 seconds, right? And do it anyway. I mean, because really criminals are stupid. Let's be real, right? So that's what it is, right? Criminals are stupid. It's like because it's like there's a scene in The Simpsons, right? And so he goes, Homer goes, this is not another get rich quick scheme, but I'm gonna get rich and quick, right? It's like he just like that process in his head. That is literally the definition of a get rich quick scheme. But it's just like that's the American dream, right? Until people can override that need, we're gonna keep having these stories. That's what it is.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna give y'all my breaking news before I get into the marriage story. Now, I got 3 little mini clips to show you. Okay, they are all about Tyson. Now, the thing is, right, is that I noticed that people really want to bring up, the second one I'm gonna show y'all, and then the one that just came out like yesterday because they really like to demonize Tyson. Let's be real. I mean, man bit a person's ear off, and they made candy about it the other month, right? I put that on my community tab. They made candy about it.
Wow.
Right? We like to demonize this dude because he's so strong and so powerful, and he's got this little baby voice, right? It's just like, man, he's never been able to catch a break in the media. So before I show you the other two, I'm going to remind y'all of this comedy show thing, this hug it out session that Tyson manages to talk this dude down. Let's take a look at this first.
Okay.
Unless a man would have had, this the gunman wouldn't have been talked off no ledge. Maybe he would have been police called. Maybe he would be dead.
Right.
And the man just sat there with his little vortex of power. Had the man walk over, gave him a hug. There's no gun anymore. There's no thoughts about guns. It's like, okay, so I just want y'all to think about that. He's not a bad man. Okay, let's give him his little bit of credit. But okay, fine. The thing most of y'all are probably very aware of is this recent plane situation. So I'll show you that before the most recent clip. What is this? Can y'all see this thing that popped up? I don't know how to make it go away. It's like news on my computer.
Oh,
Oh,
it's right at the middle. It's a little X there. Um, top, well, not top. Um, Go under the S for sports, and the black
oh, there
box
we
go
go.
over to the right, and there's a X there.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
get that too. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's like accidental. I didn't do it on purpose, so I don't know how to close it. But okay, this is fine. So,
Okay.
all right, so let's watch this plane situation. I know most of y'all are very aware of, and I had to tell y'all the good first. But okay, let's do this. The grab. But I'm going to show y'all something because see now the most recent thing that comes up seems to give us a little bit of insight into what the specific problem is. Now, first of all, let's not get it twisted. They skipped the part where Buddy got mad when he wanted Tyson to sign the autograph. Tyson said no, and then he threw his bottle. Okay. But it seems as though Tyson really doesn't like when people are coming at him from behind like that. Right. And I mean, let's be real. We know
Yeah.
certain things about black folk. Okay. We know certain things about black folk. You don't you don't prank black folk you don't know, right? You don't jump out and scare black folk, and you don't jump black folk from behind. You don't do stuff like that. But I'm gonna show y'all because this is the most recent thing now that they're trying to spread all over the place to convict Tyson's character. So let's see what happened here. I say, oh my God, he's been hiding who his real self is all this time. So let's see what y'all think. Oh, no one needs to hear your little. Oh wait. Oh, am I looking at the wrong thing? Oh. Oh, there's a girl. Okay. Did I miss it? Okay, fine. Maybe I shouldn't skip so much. I just didn't want to have to watch. You know what? Let's mute it. I don't want to like listen to all the music. So I'm scared of the copyright. So I'm trying to skip because the last thing I was watching did not have the music in it. But y'all have to see. Basically, he freaks out, and he freaks out on a female fan. That's what the problem was. Okay, let's listen from here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. She's like, sorry.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Right. It was just like you come up on the man from behind, right? Like he doesn't know who you are. He can't see you. Like there's millions of people around. Plus it's Rona season and whatever. He don't know you, right? And they're saying this is a shocking reaction. I'm like,
Really? Oh.
I'm saying like y'all putting your filthy little hands in front of his face. It's Rona. Right? Y'all want to be up in his face. Oh my God, look at Tyson. It's Tyson. Let me breathe on you in an airplane. Y'all need to stop trying to corrupt this poor man's good character. It's Rona. I don't want nobody up on me. I don't even want my loved ones up on me right now. You know what I mean? Come on.
Shoot, I don't care who. I don't like that. I don't want the touchy feeling. I had um a friend in school. We stopped. Well, it was she's the one to stop talking to me because she got mad at me in our freshman year, and we didn't talk again until our senior year because we were in the top 10 of our class, and we had a little extra something. We had to do meetings and different things, but I don't like being touched, and she insisted on putting her arms around my neck, and I told her I didn't like it.
Mm.
I did not like that, and
No.
she ain't nothing wrong with I don't like it. I said no, but hey, you can't force yourself on somebody if they don't like that. They don't want to be touched. They don't like to be touched. You don't know what has happened. Could have been something. I could have experienced a trauma, or maybe even him. He could have experienced a trauma.
Exactly. It's disrespectful. It's someone's personal space, and they're allowed to police that however they want. Show some respect. The end. He doesn't owe you something because you're his fan, right? Like, he doesn't owe you. It's just like when pregnant women walk around, right? It's like the world treats them like, well, you owe me a belly rub. No, no. Her getting a belly, right, with a baby inside of it doesn't give the whole world permission to touch her. It's a weird thing that people get in their heads. Celebrities, pregnant women, whatever. Like, you could just walk up and touch people. No, you cannot. Stop it. Stop. You're wrong if you do it, not the person who reacts.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is some fraud, and I'll explain why in my best way after we listen to it.
Well, city health leaders say the COVID pandemic is taking a real toll and shaving years off Chicagoans' lifespans. Public health data shows life expectancy dropped by an average of almost 2 years during the first year of the pandemic. It is now just 75 years old. The decline was even worse for Chicagoans who are Black, whose life expectancy fell below 70 for the first time. Mayor Lightfoot is committing $30 million of taxpayer funds to address the problem by singling out root causes of health disparities. The city will also focus health and social services on neighborhoods that have been most impacted. Well, city health leaders say the COVID
Well,
pandemic
it's fast. Okay. They're going to spend $30 million to research the research that they already have for the city of Chicago. They already have the information. All they got to do is merge the information that they have previously with some of the data as of the last 2 years. It will come out that, and you don't need $30 million for this, that because of your health, because you're not as healthy as you could be for obesity and other underlying conditions, it has shaven life off of your life expectancies. And that's it. So, what this $30 million is going to be for someone that they know, whoever these people are, they're going to get employed, and they're going to be employed probably 3 years. They're going to do a 3 year study, and they're going to split the money. Not, I'm not saying about three ways, but they, however many people they're going to hire, is going to be their buddies, their friends, colleagues, people that they owe a favor to. Here's some money. Here, read this data, um, sign these documents, and get you a nice paycheck, and that's it. You don't need $30 million for this. They're not going to create anything. There's nothing to create. Things are already created in the city. Whatever you need is here. You can dial 311, and I think that's for most major cities. You dial 311, you get the information of wherever it is you're looking for, whatever it is you need. Hey, I need social services because of elderly person. Okay, the number is okay. I need. There is some raccoons in my backyard. Okay, let me get you over to animal control. That number is, so whatever it is you need, there's already a department for that. You don't need $30 million for anything. So this is a scam. That's all this is, a scam.
Mm.
Scam the taxpayers. That's all this is. That's all. Trust me.
It sounds
I
so
know.
reasonable to me. Like, oh, it really does, right? This is why I don't watch the news, because I already know everything's a scam in the news anyway, right? But I'm like, it sounds very reasonable. Oh, they're gonna fight declining, and I would like fully like, oh, they're just, we gotta fix that. That's bad. Like, really, Ruby? Really? Yeah, I don't know why. It sounded perfectly reasonable to me at first, though, right? Until you pointed out how it's not. I don't know why. It sounds reasonable to me.
It is. It does. But to be here in the city and know all the different services and things that they offer, it already exists.
Right. Yep. Yep. And that's why we're all suckers, because it works every time. That's why they keep doing it. They wouldn't do it if it didn't work. It works all the time, right? Like the defense budget. America is never going to have to defend itself from anything or anyone ever. Let's be real. The occasional random attack, that is not a war, right? Versus the billions and billions, tens of billions of dollars in the defense fund. Do y'all really think billions and billions of dollars are going to the defense fund? Do you? Do you? Okay. And then they have to increase that budget too. You really think that what they're paying is not enough to defend a country that's not in war? Like, there's no one's coming. It's not like, okay, that's it. There's people at the seaboard. We got to keep them off of our shores or something. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
Right.
they're scandalous. It's amazing. But it keeps working. So they keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about fraud. And I'm going to say fraud in the fact that this space, the manosphere, the black spaces, they really like to praise other cultures and other countries and put them on a pedestal as far as like these are being like, the epitome of where men will thrive, right? The problem is the Western world. Men will thrive if you just bring them to a patriarchy. And so I have to very much thank the Prince of Petty himself, Just DeAndre, for this story, because so let's take a look over here. Now, first of all, I got to ask y'all a question. Have you ever heard of a fictosexual?
No.
Yeah. No one has, but there are thousands of them, okay, in Japan. And a fictosexual is someone who develops a sexual and or romantic attraction to fictional characters, okay? Now,
Well, then yes, I do know about
okay.
that then.
I didn't know how to name. I thought when DeAndre said it, I thought he said thick toe, like toes on your feet, thick toe. Like I don't know, I didn't process it at first. So, but it's ficto, like as in fictional.
Hmm.
And yeah, and so now this man, okay, when he was 35 years old in 2018, he tied the knot with Hatsune Miku, a virtual pop star developed by Krypton Future Media based on this singing synthesizer software Vocaloid. Okay. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Yeah, this is just like the robotic sex doll stuff, right? It is not at all. In fact, after the marriage, he had to have this doll thing created so that way when he went places and whatever, he could have a representative of his wife with him. However, he's not married to that. He's married to this. I want y'all to just take a look right here. Yeah, it's as small as you think it is. Take a look.
結婚してください。
Yep, that's what he's married to, is that. And so I want to point out also that even though the software itself is only like 10 years old, so technically he married the 10-year-old, the actual character itself is a 16-year-old girl. Like she's literally a 16-year-old girl. So he married a 16-year-old girl, but there's no laws against this. Now here's the thing, he's a freak show anyway. No, he is. He really is. Right? So Kondo discovered Miko in 2008, and at the time, he had been told to take a leave from work after being diagnosed with adjustment disorder. Okay, his co-workers reportedly bullied him, and they called him gross and avoided him. And so he would sit in his room and just watch videos of Miku all day. Now, if you're wondering what an adjustment disorder is, because it doesn't seem to follow logically enough for you, an adjustment disorder is an emotional or behavioral reaction to a stressful event or change in a person's life. The reaction is considered an unhealthy or excessive response to the event or change within 3 months of it happening. Okay. And so now he said he didn't try to fall in love with her, right? Just like he didn't think that he was going to, a few months later, be marrying her. I did say marrying her. I know. And so he spent 2 million yen, which was approximately $15,656 on a wedding. Now, here's the interesting thing. Oh, I can't just switch from tab to tab. Okay, well, let me go and open the next tab then. And so the interesting thing is, guys, he recently hit the media because he wanted to teach people what, fictosexuals were, okay, and to validate himself. But then what happened, which is a little bit unfortunate, I guess we could say for him, is the company that gave a voice to his wife. Yeah, they stopped updating and supporting the technology. So now he can't talk to his wife anymore. So they're having massive communication problems, obviously. Um,
Oh.
yeah. Now they were, remember, he had already been communicating with her for 10 years. Right before they finally got married in 2018, they had a lovely, flourishing marriage for almost 4 years. And now this company has rudely stolen his wife's voice. This is the doll at the restaurant. Of course, he's got his child bride drinking orange juice, right? Because it would be illegal for her to be drinking. Now, remember, his child bride is a star. So he's not like a total loser. I mean, his child bride has even been on tour with Lady Gaga. Yeah, for real. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, she's really been on tour with Lady Gaga. So I mean, I guess technically it's better to be a creep show. If your child bride is a hologram who's famous, or I don't know what the moral of this story is. However, as you can see here, in case he can't bring the whole giant doll around, he's also got his little baby doll. His little versions of his wife, because he knows he doesn't want relationships with human women.
Well, they got attitudes and all them type of things. Yeah,
personalities, opinions,
yeah,
thoughts.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And if you guys didn't get, I just wanted to show you guys this last picture really quick. If you guys didn't get the size of his wife, right? That's what's in his house. That's his wife. In this jar. That she's like Tinkerbell, right? But like, yeah, 38-year-old man. 38-year-old man.
Wow. Well, his smile is big, like he's happy. I can, off-sell some products to him.
How you can't clean up? Oh, I guess yeah. I guess. Do you think the other doll's a sex doll? You think it is?
I'll figure something out. We'll create another, doll and make it life, size for him, and he can have that one at home. That way, he can have some interactions if he choose. There'll be $200 a month to clean. I need my money up front for the year.
That's fair.
But yeah, I'm going to work on that. Yeah, give me a contract together. Yeah.
Yeah. Reach out to him. Maybe get yourself a translator. I don't think he can speak English, but
yeah, I'll make sure I get my money. That's the main thing. He doesn't have to understand much. So yeah,
true fact.
That's right.
Everyone understands numbers. Mm-hmm.
That's right. You mentioned manosphere, and I thought when I saw this, I thought of manosphere. I really did. And that's because a lot of the ladies always talk about how men talk about and complain about their weave. And I just found it interesting that there was a woman, black woman, she was able to actually have a shop and sell it. And you know how hard it is to get in that business? Well, it's so unfortunate what happened. And I'll play it and give a little commentary at the end.
Owner has always been a doer, and she built Exquisite Hair Junkies 6 years ago. Today, she watched the surveillance video, calling police, giving them a play-by-play as two men robbed her store and made the employees help. With just a few looks, you get a feel.
A hair store in the area that people can come to, served by women.
For Jasmine Harris's heart.
Get a homey experience and just make sure that you feel beautiful when you leave.
Her passion. But Friday, 2 p.m., this.
They were holding my employees at gunpoint.
Two masked men threatening these two employees with an employee's 1-year-old baby inside. Minutes go by. The phone rings. Harris from afar calls 911.
And I was able to tell the police, okay, well, he's doing this and they're doing that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm nervous.
$300,000 worth of wigs and hair taken, and an employee's 2007 blue Honda Accord. Harris, though, cares more about her team.
I'm very, very proud of them.
She hopes these men are caught.
Everything here I've purchased on my own, and to have someone come in broad daylight with no regards for human life or feelings and just take everything that I work hard for, is just messed up. So I just want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else.
Now, one of those men was wearing a black Nike hoodie, the other a black and white sweater with khaki pants. Harris says she'll have to close her shop for a week to buy more inventory. They've created a GoFundMe page for anyone who wants to help.
Well, the reason why I thought about what I've heard some of the ladies in the YouTube street talk about with hair is that that's what they want. Why worry about what they put on their head? I'm like, okay, fair point. And I get what whoever's, talking about it. Okay, fine. These ladies, or this lady, and I'm sure she had more than it was just her, but let's say it's just she's the sole owner. I'll accept that. But they knew it was a business that could serve the ladies that like to wear it. She opened it up, did all the paperwork, everything you're supposed to do to be a business owner. And you have men that come in and take it. Come take it, take your hard earned products that you sell for a living to feed your family and all of that. So that tells me that, and I can't put this on those that I've heard complain or anything, but just to say that men do understand the value of it. And that's why they hit that shop or hit a shop like that, because it's lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
People are out there buying it. They can sell it.
Yep.
And it was interesting. The ladies, they didn't seem as nervous as some. One lady said, "Come on now, I'm not gonna put my baby in danger." And I'm like, "Dang." But maybe it's the neighborhood, the audacity, like what the, And this was in Houston, Texas. I hope it, she uses, and I know she will use her insurance money, get inventory, and maybe do things a little bit different. You just can't have the shop open like that. It was very nice, and the sunshine coming in and everything. It was beautiful. But
yeah,
you may have to do things a little bit different now because of, they know that's your shop, what you sell, and it's valuable to them. Really sad, really jacked up.
Mm-hmm. It's I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's an inside story, inside job angle, which is why you ain't scared nobody's gonna get hurt, because it's a setup, or maybe they have a policy, and the policy's well known, because I mean, like, some convenience stores are like that as well, right? Because like the policy is so well known that they will never fight a robber. Like if a robber's gonna come, they're gonna open up the thing, they're gonna give you everything. There's gonna be no resistance because that's the policy. And
Right.
so everyone just knows if everyone stays calm, everyone gets what they want, everything's fine. Right? Once you leave, I'm gonna call the cops. So there's these 3 cameras, so you hide your face, everyone's fine, right? So maybe that's what I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out afterwards. But if it's not an inside job and a way to kind of try to save your business, because I mean, I have heard of people doing stuff like that when they're in a financial bind. I don't know. Man, listen, everybody's struggling. It's Rona, right? How you gonna make money? People were stealing Cadillac converters. Did everybody say that? Cadillac converters out of cars.
Catalytic. Yeah.
Thank you. I see. Hey, I butchered something for once, right? No, I'm joking. Yeah, but so it's hard times, man. It's hard times. I don't know what you do to prevent it. I think there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, how can you really fully prevent it? Can you? I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad for her, but hopefully she had insurance. If she didn't, this is why you get insurance, folks. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now, okay, this little piece is going to be 2 quick stories from the Western world about marriage. First thing here, swear to God, this mom marries her cat. She has 2 children, marries her cat in a bid to stop the landlord from getting rid of the animal. Now, this is from South London. We know some avatars from that area. And anyway, Deborah Hodge, 49 years old, has said that she's had to rehome 3 animals due to landlords not allowing pets inside of their homes. And now she was afraid she would have to get rid of 5-year-old cat India. So she married the cat last week, to try to prove to her landlord how committed she really is to this pet. Yeah, this is actually conducted by a friend who is legally ordained, and her friends actually showed up and supported. So that's yeah, I know what y'all are thinking. Oh, come on. No, she really did it. It's a real marriage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's now these people here, they decided they were gonna, now that they're lifting the mask mandates and it's easier to travel, that they were making jokes that as soon as they can, they're gonna travel and they're gonna go get married in Vegas. And then it wasn't a joke, and they booked a chapel for 9 p.m. and then so many different flights got canceled and this and that and whatever, and so they were gonna miss their chapel. And so what do you do in that type of situation? Do you just go to a drive-through chapel at Vegas? Maybe just schedule for the next morning? No, that's not what you do. What you do is you get married in the plane. That's what you do.
Oh.
So they turned the plane into a makeshift chapel. All the passengers got to take part as she walked down the plane aisle. What happened there? Walked down the plane aisle. They got to watch the nuptials. They got to celebrate with the happy couple. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. Okay, over here in the Western world, that's what we have time for. Getting married on planes as we're flying around in the sky. Okay, so all right, now y'all are gonna see how radically different this is than the rest of the world when we get to the rest of the world stories in my next little segment. So
okay. All right. On to more scams. Oh, scams. Because everybody's 6 figures, so of course, they doing what they do. They ain't gotta really do nothing because all these 6 figures they own. Hey, that's what I hear on the YouTube streets. Everybody's 6 figures. Okay, let's see what's going on. It's oldie but goodie, but in a great quantity of people.
A WRTV investigation into a local car dealer is revealing a growing number of victims. KBB Auto Sales accused of deceiving customers by selling vehicles with the odometers rolled back thousands of miles. Our Kelsey Anderson is live this morning with this developing story. Kelsey, this began with one victim. How many more now?
Raphael, as you know, I've been working on this for the last month, talking to victims every single day since my story aired on March 16th. And Detective Farias with the Indiana State Police confirms 46 victims of KBB Auto Sales on Troy Avenue. 8 of them have filed lawsuits through the Perry Township Small Claims Court. While they wait for the investigation or their day in court, all of them are stuck with a bill and a car that's not what they paid for.
I just felt victimized.
Tim Hardwick is still waiting for his $9,500 refund after purchasing a vehicle from KBB Auto Sales in Indianapolis. We talked to him on March 16th, and more than a month later, he's still waiting. Hardwick was the first victim. After he made state police aware of the problem, they found dozens of others.
Before leaving the lot, I had an issue with the window. As y'all see, it rolls down perfectly when the door is open, rolls up. The moment I shut the door, nothing.
And you remember Tyquisha Lacey. She's the one who bought a car for $7,000. And within a week of purchasing the car, it broke down on the interstate. She called Detective Farias and found, besides the car being a, quote, lemon, her odometer had also been rolled back nearly 70,000 miles. We talked to her on March 21st, and she's still waiting.
I was really upset because I kind of felt like duped. Because when I had first went in, everything seemed normal.
On the same day, we talked to Alicia Atkins. She found out her odometer had been rolled back through Detective Farias. When she filed a lawsuit in small claims court against the dealership, they repossessed her car. It's since been sold to another consumer, and she's still waiting.
And took the car, repossessed it, and sold it again. KBB can't beat these bargains. Better watch out. I know Indianapolis and is or Indiana rather, the prices are lower. You know, the bargains. A lot of people go there because no taxes on a lot of things. But are you really getting a bargain to go there? Especially this place. They just rolling back. And this is just the people that's reported right now. Oh, there's more. They just got 46 people now. Oh, there's more. Because it's hard to get cars. A lot of people are looking for used cars. And the price is so close to a new car, people are just saying, forget it. When it comes to buying a new car, a lot of them, they have to wait for it. It's just not even in stock yet. And if you got a company that's doing this so they can push it, so they can get rid of these cars faster, people would buy it. But if you make the price so great, you can't beat this bargain, you're going to go ahead and get it now. Oh, let me get this for somebody else buy it. This is a great deal. Not knowing that the miles on there is false. These companies, everybody, I don't care who tells you no one took a hit, but during the pandemic, everyone took one. It doesn't matter. You can be a boss if you want to. You have a product. If you can't move the product, you're taking a hit. So stop it. It's just a darn shame. Darn scams.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, you know what the thing is? I think we have a lot of people who are just kind of oblivious to reality because they mostly don't live in reality. We have a lot of people who are like, shall we say, mama's basement dwellers. And I'm not just talking about men. I'm just saying in general, right? There's a lot of people right now who've been forced back home and but they make excuses for themselves so they don't count themselves, and they're like, well, I'm different, right? And they don't realize like that's a lot of people. A lot of people are falling on hard times. It's a situation, layoffs, this, that, whatever. But it's like they elevate themselves and say, I'm special and I'm different. Those people over there, they're the failures. And it's like, no, this is why people are doing what they're doing. This is why, again, the fraud and the theft and the fraud and like because need to feed their children. People are scared of losing their houses. People are like very scared right now, and scared people make stupid decisions. Y'all remember the ATMs? Come
Yeah.
on now. Come on now. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, have I got jokes? I got jokes today. Yep, that's right. I'm being petty just a little bit.
All
Um,
right.
so the men all the time. Again, now we're talking about around the world since Nigeria. Now, the men all the time they're always talking about how this glorious, wonderful world, the non-Western world, right? Where women basically are not people, they have no rights, and so therefore these guys would have an amazing time over there. They'd have no problems at all. And they would definitely be able to maintain marriage over there because women have no opinions and women have no rights, and so it would be great. Well, that's not necessarily true. Now I want y'all to read. It says court dissolves marriage over husband's frequent nagging. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I hear nagging, I hear my wife nags, right?
Right.
Yeah, husbands frequent nagging. And you know what? The marriage was dissolved after 8 years, and the reason was due to lack of peace. Another word the men use a lot, right? They want to give that woman peace because this man, he just nagged too damn much. Now, there's more to it than this because I saw some of the space picked up the story and they really didn't give the proper details. So I wanted to give the proper details because there's like, oh, see, look, the Western world's ruining and corrupting everything because the wife got the custody of the two kids and Saheed has to, the husband has to pay 10,000 Nigerian dollars as the children's monthly feeding allowance. And this is crazy and whatever, right? But I want y'all to hear what like the actual petition was, right? Because she didn't just say, oh, he just nags me and I want to be able to sit around and do nothing. And he wants dinner when he gets home and it's ridiculous. Like, that's not what happened. Okay. So she said he complains about unnecessary things. Most of the time, he shouts and assaults me. I am not free to express myself in my matrimonial home. She also accused her husband of visiting her electronics shop to harass and intimidate her. Responding, Saheed said, my lord, she disobeys my instructions, and that is why I do what I do to scare her into submitting. Oh, oh, you want to scare her into submitting. Well, how does he scare her into submitting? Well, now she has scars all over her body because of his beating.
Oh.
Yeah, he kicked and hit her every single day, basically. He was in the habit of sending her out of the house into the cold late at night. Didn't care where she slept that night. He once sent her out in the late night with their second child, who was just a few months old, and the baby would have died but for a good Samaritan who came to the rescue. He doesn't contribute to the child's welfare at all, including their education and medical attention. Um, and he's not appreciative, shows no love, no affection. And so, yeah, she realized he doesn't love me, he doesn't care about me, and he resents me, and I need to get the heck out of here. I need to get the heck out of here. But you can't just do that, right? There's this thing is no fault divorce in a lot in other countries. So she had to illustrate. But yeah, times are changing. As in, they're saying no. They're not just saying now, well, you should have just stayed there and be abused. They're saying no. That seems reasonable, sir. That's not how you treat a wife. That's not how you be a husband or a father. So yeah, we're going to grant her peace. And they also granted her basically their version of a restraining order. So he's not allowed to harass her or interfere in her private life in any way. So yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That is crazy. I was thinking he was just going to be a nuisance and just, what you doing? Why you doing that? Why don't you do this? I thought you're going to do that. What you doing now? I thought he was going to be one of those, but not that. But that's messed up.
It's crazy, right? And that's she was just calling that nagging. Can you imagine just phrasing that as nagging?
No, that's totally abuse.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be real. So
wow, but that's what they have to do where they are. So, all right. Got some more on my last scam. Scam. So we go on here and get them Kens and Karens. I know that's what y'all want. I know. Let me hit this play button for you. Here we go.
Team is back on this issue of car break-ins and stolen goods up for sale. It's the second time in 2 weeks on this topic because it certainly deserves a lot of attention.
It does, and Dan Noyes is here with a story you'll see only on 7. Dan.
Well, I'm in Dan. The San Francisco police tell me the number of car break-ins is vastly underreported. They won't even assign an officer to take a report. They are short-staffed and have to focus on violent crime. But we are increasingly seeing residents who have handed evidence to the police on a silver platter. I first showed you a fencing operation at San Francisco's Garfield Square less than 2 weeks ago. Stolen laptops and luggage from car break-ins bought and sold. The neighbor who gave me these pictures said he sent all the information, including license plate numbers and faces, to the police starting last September.
Did you see any crackdown? Did the police do something that you could see?
No, nothing that I'm aware of. Given how blatant and brazen it is, it's alarming that it would take this long to do something about it.
Now, another neighbor at Garfield Square is coming forward, shocked after seeing that first I-Team investigation.
I thought, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been capturing this whole time.
That's a computer-generated voice. He's worried about criminals coming after him, so he asked us not to use his real voice or show his face. He also took video of the fencing operation with some of the same players. Laptops sold, money exchanged for a full backpack of them, he believes, but also what may be items stolen from the city's retailers, from packs of diapers to a Gucci duffel bag.
Between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock is when it happens 100% of the time.
This resident told me he started funneling information to investigators in December 2020, a full 10 months before that first witness I interviewed. Texts and emails show the SFPD seemed interested. They set up a share file for him to send video, told him they're working on a surveillance team, and that they would look into giving him the $100,000 reward if they made arrests.
Then
I think that's where it all went wrong. Just give us the information. We're not going to give you nothing, but I'm just saying.
One officer turned it over to another officer who turned it over to another officer. And then, here we are.
So you're saying nothing happened?
It seemed like there was a lot of interest, and then it seemed like it went dark. Yes.
A spokesperson for the SFPD told me neither Chief Bill Scott nor any of the brass would appear on camera for this report, but sent a statement that reads in part, we follow up on every lead and conduct thorough investigations so we can present the best possible cases to the district attorney. These investigations take time, and we appreciate the community's patience and understanding.
Yeah, it all sounds good, but you're not going to do anything because it's they got other things going on in this city.
The community's patience is wearing thin as videos like this keep coming in. Christian Steele was in his apartment overlooking Panhandle Park April 16th when he heard a car window break. He started recording with a cell phone as the criminals returned 3 times, taking more luggage from the SUV on each pass.
The third time they came back, there was a whoop whoop sound, and SFPD had just happened to be driving by, I think.
SFPD Unit 420 is just seconds behind the thieves who speed off.
Get him! Get him!
But department policy does not allow officers to pursue suspect vehicles for simple property crimes. That's what Tracy Poon found out.
And then we were like, oh my God, this is crazy.
That's her rental car being ransacked. And after Christian Steele told her the squad car was so close, she went to the nearest police station to find out what happened.
You know, don't you have any information in the system that you can tell us whether or not they were able to stop the car? So he said, no, this is not Hollywood.
Tracy, her husband, 2 sons, and her parents had just arrived from New York for vacation. Too early to check into their hotel. They went for a walk in the park. Along with 5 suitcases, 5 backpacks, $1,000 cash, a work laptop, they lost other unreplaceable items.
How in the heck they figured out that was the car to hit? That's what I'm questioning.
for my little one, he lost a teddy bear that he really treasure. He has been having it for a very, very long time.
If you had a chance to tell the chief of police something about the way they handled your case and the way that they treated you, what would you tell the chief of police?
I take responsibility. I own what we did. We really should have been more careful, which is something that I'm not in denial. But at the same time, I just wish that they can put some more effort into helping the victims.
No question, these car break-ins are hurting the city's image as a vacation spot. A spokesman for Chief Scott told me he was not available to discuss this report, but they are working on a time for us to meet and have an in-depth interview about these issues that I've been spotlighting.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath on that.
Mm-mm.
They have a lot of issues that's going on. And, at first I thought that, Chicago had it going on when it came down to these carjackings and things, but I didn't know it was this bad in other cities. But it's all over.
What city did they say this was in?
Just San Francisco.
Okay,
When
because
they do the target, they were hitting those targets.
Yep. I was going to say, now I know for sure, I'm pretty sure I had heard about it in, I think it was Florida. Remember years ago when Lovely T used to do her news network? And she covered a bunch of these stories, and it was a thing. So basically, because the license plates are slightly different on rental cars and stuff like that, the locals knew that this was a rental, which means it's most likely a foreigner and whatever, and so they would hit all of those cars near the airports and rob them, or steal those cars or whatever. And it was such a big deal that they were like, hey, we got to change the license plates and, try to make the license plates just look like everyone else's license plates and whatever, because it was basically just putting a giant target on every tourist, and it was killing the tourism industry in that city, right? So when they brought that up, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what happens. People hear about stuff like that, they're like, I'm not going there. That's not safe.
Exactly.
I like my life. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you good people. I know you rubbing your hands together because you are ready for them Kens and them Karens. So let's see what Karen is doing, because she's always up to some. She in somebody's face.
6 feet away, coronavirus. You are Karen.
Bam!
Ain't she always? Ain't she always? Mm-hmm.
Can't help herself.
Mm-hmm. Now, y'all, I'm gonna start with some ignorance. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna start with some real ignorant, and I'm saying ignorant like I'm probably a little low key wrong for playing this, but I'm gonna play it anyway because you know what? We don't talk about this enough, okay? And we have to understand something. Karens don't just hit 18 and suddenly become Karens, okay? They're conditioned that way from birth, and we've been saying that. I'll show y'all some evidence of this right here. Yep, that's right. This concerned parent. Probably he wasn't filming because he was concerned. He was filming because his daughter is supposed to be coming down a slide. But guess what? Baby Karen ain't having it because baby Karen wants to sit at the top of the slide until she's done sitting at the top of the slide like it's a seat. No one's going down that slide because Karen said. All right, so let's take a look at what Mini Karen has to say, or rather do. Okay. Hey, big ups to our young sister. She tried. She's beautiful too. You see what she's doing?
Wow. She's like, I'm trying to get past. Excuse me. Oh, I know Daddy did drop that. He said, you better not bite her.
You know what I mean? I was like, I did the same thing. I went, oh no, she's gonna bite. Oh no, Daddy was not having that foolishness. You bite my child? Okay. I don't care whose child you are, right? You're not biting mine. So
okay.
But yes, she was. She was about to, and then trust me, when mommy shows up crying, be like, I don't know, they were being so mean. They didn't want me to be on the slide, right? Like she's just think that's what happens. That's what happens. This is the birth of a Karen right there. Y'all thought I was playing. No, we originate somewhere. Okay,
Right.
they do. Okay, now y'all, this is literally the most annoying Karen on earth. I'm not even kidding. I've never heard a more annoying one. I'm so serious. Okay, let's listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I did not call this disturbance. They fucking told me I was an idol. Alright, give me my shit. I didn't do shit. Stop. 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 I don't live in Utah. I don't live in Utah. I don't live in Utah. I don't fucking live in Utah. I don't live in Utah. I don't live in Utah. I don't live in Utah.
Like, she's a little bit confused though. Y'all notice she's saying I don't live in Utah, like that makes a difference. So you can only be arrested in the city that you live? Wait, what?
Utah.
I don't live in Utah. I don't live in Utah. Did anyone say you lived in Utah? Child, why are you saying that? Right? It's not helping.
Dang.
I told you she's annoying, and it ain't even done. It feels a lot longer than a minute, right? Like, this is only a minute long video. It feels long. Like, she's annoying. She's really annoying.
Yeah.
She yells like this. Oh my god! And she's being serious. Like, what the hell? Okay, let's keep going.
I don't live in Utah. Stop. Stop resisting. Stop. Stop. Stop resisting. Stop. Stop resisting. Stop. Put your hand behind your back. Let me just go home. Let me just go home. Let me just go home. No. You guys are totally fucking. No. Stop. 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 Stop.
Isn't that amazing? She's a grown ass woman. That's not a child. I know it might confuse you with the baby crying.
Right.
That's a grown woman. Stop! Stop! I don't live in Utah. I don't live in Utah. What? No, Karen. No. No. Like, it's amazing. It's like mind blowing that this is reality. Like, this is reality, y'all. This is reality. This actually, these are not like paid actors. Okay, this is reality. Yep. Yep. So Buddy titled this. He said he was just Coney Island. He's just trying to get his onion rings. That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
He was just trying to get his onion rings, and then Karen showed up. Let's see how Karen ruined his day. Okay.
Okay.
No, you're not. Thank you. You're right, I'm not. LOL. Pathetic work over here. You're right, I'm so pathetic. Obviously, because you don't have to take care of the people inside the restaurant. If someone orders, maybe 22 minutes for a pizza. They should fire me. Yeah. Again? Marley. Marley. M-A-R-L-E-Y. Is it M-A-R-L-E-Y? C-U-N-T? Got it. Yep. Okay, yep. Go ahead, write a review on Yelp for me.
What do you saw? Why don't write in Yelp? When someone in the restaurant's eating, you give them their food first, not to the DoorDash. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Bye,
You
Felicia.
too, Randy, bitch. Being fucking rude. Don't be fucking rude to your customers.
Yeah.
That's why you can't get nothing right in the restaurant.
You're cute arguing with a high schooler.
Oh, that's cool. You're a high schooler. Shows your demeanor. Exactly.
She's proud of herself though. That's the problem. Yeah. Like, she hella proud right now. Like, she's not feeling ashamed of herself. Like, oh my god, she's in high school. Maybe I should not be arguing with her. Like, she's
Right.
grown.
I'm an adult and she's a kid.
Yeah. Right. You would think
Right.
that's the way another grown person would think, because it is the way another grown person would think. She's just not another grown person. That's the problem. Yeah. Now, have you heard of Sharon's? I don't know if you've heard of Sharon's.
I don't know. I don't think I heard of Sharon's. I might have. Depends on what they look like.
Basically, okay, Sharons are the answer to the Karen. Okay, so it's kind of like when they say, you gotta take accountability and police your own. So it's like when Karen, instead of her just being a little wild, whatever, other women of her persuasion, call her out, smack her down, hold her accountable for her bad actions.
Oh yes, yes, I've heard of that.
Yes, yes. All right. So we got to share it here now. I don't know. At first, I was a little bit confused. I'm going to be real with y'all. I wasn't 100% sure where I stood with this one. I guess y'all will decide for yourselves and we'll talk about it. All right. Now, as you can see here, okay, the Karen, according to the person who posted this, right? Again, like I say, y'all can decide, is this truck right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then the Sharon is this woman who, if you can't tell yet, is sitting on the ground outside of the car. Yes. Okay. Let's keep watching. Okay, so then I watched it the second time and I realized what she was saying. So what she's saying is like, listen, there's a crosswalk for a reason. You're driving straight. You can't park for the red light, right? On the crosswalk, because if she was, for example, not just someone who could walk around your truck, right? She needs the crosswalk. If she was someone in a wheelchair or something,
yeah,
ignorant clown, and the woman was sitting there defending her right to park in the crosswalk, like she really has a right to do this, right? Yeah. So that was the problem. So that's why when she walked away, she did that thing with her arms. It was like she was pretending she was wheeling her wheelchair. Like,
right.
to finish making her point. I was like, all right, okay, Sharon. Okay, I got you. Because like, who sits on the ground outside of a car? I was so confused. I was like,
right.
Y'all sure you don't have this labeled incorrectly or no? But I get it now.
Yes.
I get it. All right. Now this one, honestly, I cannot tell which one is the Karen, which is what I realized is that even Karens get Karen. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I figured out with this one. Karens get Karen. So I don't know which one the Karen is. I don't care what they say which one the Karen is. I don't know which one the Karen is. Karens get Karen. Let's see it.
Babe,
You fucking can't.
take the baby home,
Put
please.
the dog on a leash.
It's none of
He
your business.
walks by just
Take
to
the
get
baby.
at us.
That's
Leave
not
the dog
true. I was
on the
just
leash.
walking
He's
down the
starting
street.
problems on purpose.
That is not
He's
true at
just
all.
doing it to tease us. He walked right past our house, turned around, and then came back.
The baby was crying. He likes to go outside.
Okay.
I'm going to tell y'all at this point, I'm on her side. The witch's side, I'm on her side because I hate dogs. I'm terrified of them. I'm literally phobic. So I will freeze. I can't even like try to protect myself. I'm terrified. So if your dog just wanders by me, not on the leash, it's not cute to me. It's very bad. And it's illegal for you to do it. So I should not be terrified to leave my house because you refuse to follow the law. So on one side, I was on her side initially. I'm going to put it out there because I don't like dogs. Okay.
Hey, well, you don't have to have your fucking dog not on a leash. It's
Your
ridiculous.
dog wasn't on a leash either.
She accidentally got out of the yard.
I'm sorry that
it doesn't make me a hypocrite. It's an accident.
does.
You're doing.
Then I found out she has a dog, and her dog is also not on a leash because it escaped the yard and is now running around.
Okay.
But she's not a hypocrite because hers is an accident because it accidentally got out of the yard. Because why is your dog able to get accidentally out of your yard? Right now, to me, you all are the same person. Right? I have a problem with both of y'all for the same reason. Because your unleashed dog should not be able to have access to me on the sidewalk. Period. 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 Y'all are both wrong. But she doesn't think she's wrong. And this is where I'm like, oh no, you're also a Karen. Okay, let's keep watching. Okay.
Doing this on purpose.
Okay. You'll get over it.
Leash the dog.
You'll get over it.
He's trying to start problems. He knows we're out here.
No, he don't. How would I know you're on here? I'm just walking down the street.
Time to go home now. Get your ugly baby, you stupid piece.
Oh.
Wow, you're real mature. Time to go home.
Am I still a pig? Am I still a pig? He called me fat.
You called me fat last time.
Yeah,
I
and
went
you
by.
are. We're about the same size.
You called me a pig. All I said was I don't look like that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sometimes Karens get Karen, you know? That's what happens. Sometimes they have to take a dose of their own medicine. I mean, Karen, like, girl, you lifted up your pants and started twerking in the street. I can't feel sorry for you now. Right? No matter what, I can't. Like, what's your problem? You have a dog. You're not even scared of them. You have your dog also can freely get out of your yard. And it is currently outside of your yard. And you're saying he walked past your house on purpose to aggravate you? When, like, you're just taking a walk around the neighborhood? Come on. I mean, he probably was, right? But still, like, it's just to aggravate. Y'all have a long-standing beef. Stop acting like you're the victim. Y'all are beefing. It's
right.
Clear. Right. You know what I mean? Come on now, Karen. Come on. Karens get Karens, though. All right. So I know we like to see a Black man stand up to a Karen. I know we do. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this. She's very lucky that this man knows it's Rona somewhere deep in his brain and knows he can't afford to be unemployed because his children and his wife need to eat. Okay, let's watch this clip.
Okay.
No, but you gotta go. But you gotta go. You gotta go. I ain't gotta make you. Hey, I don't work for his company. I can't make you. I can grab you by the neck and slam you. What the fuck is you doing? What you doing? Bitch. He's a security guard. Your ass out here.
No security guard. Yeah, you bitch ass.
Oh,
yeah, that's
really?
Why you ankle her too, don't it? Stupid motherfucker.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not waist up.
I'm gonna kick you.
Waist up. Yeah.
Wing sap.
Oh, two handicap. Yeah, they're niggers.
They're what?
They're niggers. Say them off again. Say it again.
Uh-oh. Fucking nigger bitches.
Knock them out, come on, beat.
Knock me out? You're a bastard. You're fucking nigger.
Right on that phone.
In my face with that N-bomb, I'm gonna knock you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I needed more. She ain't on the phone with nobody. She did the Umar. What?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't need no help. Oh, yeah. I got it. I'm straight.
Girl, I almost forgot about that. I honestly almost forgot. That is funny. Because that was good. And then the phone rings and you're like, oh, brother, you're not supposed to lie like that. It ain't cute. Poor Umar. Okay. Yeah, he has some Karen tendencies. I gotta shout out my mom quickly here and just say, Mom, stop hanging around these young people. Now they taught her period, y'all. It's period all day. You know, like that saying that now these young folk use. Anytime my mom learns anything from young people, she starts using it indiscriminately. Right? Did you see that earlier? She wrote period. Sorry.
Well, teach me what it means, Mama Ruth, because I don't know what that means.
Like when we say it's like facts. Like when we say facts, you know, oh, that's facts, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so say like, oh, it's period. That's period, girl, period. You know, like how cluster says period with the T at the end. It's the same thing, but it's just like they use it all the time the way we use facts. But you know,
okay.
Someone taught my mom period, and now I was dying. I'm like, what is she using? Oh, she jokes. Okay. This is Pizza Hut Karen or another Pizza Hut Karen. I don't know. At this point, there's just so many. They don't even get to have their own names. So let's just see how this one went.
Do I have to call corporate right now in front of your store? Hey, you goddamn piece of shit! You don't cuss at me!
Fuck out.
Yeah, you go ahead. Cussing at me! I'm gonna fucking call your manager. And act like you're gonna throw something at me! You don't cuss at me! You goddamn piece of shit! No.
I can't do anything if you're going to be yelling and about me behind the counter.
Corporate number for Pizza Hut.
Ma'am, you have to step back, please.
I want my pizza remade right now.
He's trying to stay so calm.
You yell at me and act like you
was gonna throw something at me. I want it remade now. And you're cussing at me and calling me a bitch and throwing pizza at me and trying to throw pizza at me. No, you tried to throw the pizza at me. You tried to throw the pizza. Your manager is gonna see this video. Your manager is gonna see the video. I want a pizza remade. I want to talk to another manager. No, but I'm calling corporate on Jordan after because he called me a fucking bitch and trying to throw pizza at me.
Did he?
Our employees can stay behind the counter, or else we have to call the cops. That's not optional for us. That's our corporate policy. If you keep yelling at us and come behind the counter,
I like that. they feisty. They probably close. They feisty. Yeah, sure, you can talk to corporate. I mean, their hours of operation are not right now, but yeah, sure, you can call them. It's gonna work out for you. Yeah, it's gonna be great for you, ma'am. Yeah, okay.
All for some pizza.
Right? Okay, now our final Karen of the night, case, yet another target Karen. That's right, I said it. Yet another, because, and I like this now. Now we have the double sides, right? Like, I wish people would release both videos together, because then we could see it from both perspectives, right?
Yeah.
So I will be looking for this video. Hopefully I'll find it. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, he has an underwear hanging out. That's all I had that conversation. No, you didn't.
By the way, this is another Sharon moment. I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so she's talking. This is the store person. The person who's filming is not a store person. She doesn't work in the store. And this woman has an issue with someone, I guess their boxers showing, like, I guess it's a sag style still, because they do this tight jean thing, but then they sag them still. It's very strange to me. Like,
yeah.
Okay, fine. But anyway, so that's what she's complaining about. Okay.
You're acting like a fool. You need to walk away. It's okay for his underwear to be hanging out? I don't know who you're talking about, but you're disrupting everybody's service here. Get the fuck out.
Uh-oh.
Get the fuck out. I said it. I don't work here. I'm not afraid of you. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. If her underwear hanging out, it's disrespectful. Do you want me to show the police when they show up? Because I'll show them this video. Leave, Karen. Leave. It's actually against the law. Leave, Karen. Leave. It's against the law.
Is it?
For somebody to have the underwear hanging out.
Is it?
I'm not an employee. I'm not fucking afraid of you. Leave. Stupid bitch.
Oh. I like that. Ugh. Just tired of y'all. Ugh. She's not happy. I'm telling you. Shades are coming up with a W. All right.
Okay, then had enough. Like, get out. I don't even work here, but you need to get out. Move. Get out the way.
How you trying to make up laws? But did you know it's illegal? Really? It is illegal if your underwear shows like above your pant line.
Well, they can always shop somewhere else. Bye.
Well, it's illegal. See, this is how Karen has been getting away with justifying to herself calling the police on black folk for no good reason. I have a whole bunch. Trust me, I have a whole bunch in the cut, and at least a few of them are, Karen's harassing black folk for no good reason, and that's what they do though. Go see, the pants sagging. I'm pretty sure that's illegal because people whose pants sag, they're gangsters. So being a gangster is illegal. So your pants sagging must be illegal. I'm gonna call the police on them. That's how they justify it. Like,
it's crazy.
Girl, if that was the case, then all of your little white girls before you hit 18, they would have all been in prison, because all of them for like a decade were wearing their thong underwear and hiking them up so you could see it above their jeans. So please spare me. It's not illegal. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. We had fun watching some articles with fraud and all that kind of stuff, and the Kens and Karens, which I know you all love. And we are back on the radio, so check us out on Keep the Beat Wednesday nights, and I will play the commercial on the way out. Make sure you sign up. I'll give you instructions on that as well in case you missed the live. And until we meet again, everyone, Please stay safe and peace.
Cheers, y'all.
Hi, this is Char Willie from the JustAskChar Advice Channel. Join me and Classic Ruby for a radio segment called Keep the Beat. We broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Classic R&B Jams, CRBJ. We interact with the audience in the chat room where you'll have access to emojis, gifts, and the lively conversation. Press the icon that is a speaker, then press play radio. After a 15-second commercial, all the fun will begin. If you miss the live broadcast, you can listen to the replays from Mixcloud. Follow my channel on Mixcloud, JustAskChar Advice Channel, and you will receive notifications when the show has been uploaded. We hope to see you soon, and until then, enjoy this show.